So today's topic is a positive charge. Why have I picked this topic? Really, I picked this topic is because the old saying, isn't it, really, is that you can't jumpstart a car from a dead battery. What does that mean in reality? It means that if something has a negative charge, it's only going to give off negative things. This is why it's really important to make sure that you associate yourself with positivity. Positive charge, guess what that does? It exudes positivity from yourself to other people and vice versa. Remember when I also talked about presence a long time ago. People have a certain presence about them when they walk into a room, or when there are other people around, and they tend to navigate to these types of people. A lot of that is to do with that positivity, that positive charge that they have around them. Everybody has a positive and a negative charge within them. If you read about it, a positive charge is an excess of protons over electrons in an object. It can also be described as a deficiency of electrons or a higher electrical potential. And it goes on to say that electric fields do have are in the body, and that electrical field that we all have is either going to be of a positive nature or of a negative nature. This is why, to keep your journey going in the right direction, to keep that positivity going, it really is important that you only have positive vibes. And part of having positive vibes is, guess what? Hanging around with positive people. I, for one, don't do negativity. If people start being negative or talking about people or complaining about stuff and all the rest of it, it's one of the biggest turn-offs for me. If I go to socialize, which I do sometimes with friends of mine here down in Gloucester, and there's a group of blokes and we're all talking, we're all chatting, having a nice time. If there is somebody who is being negative, and when I mean being negative, just talking, complaining, the complainers, the ones that are always, the half full cup guys, the half empty cup guys, sorry. These are the kinds of people that I just don't want to hang around. It's not good for my soul. It's not good for me. And to be quite honest, I don't find them very interesting. This is why I make sure that I hang with positive people. It makes me feel positive. It gives me a lift. And if I can do that vice versa, give back that positivity to somebody else who's positive to me, then we are supercharging each other just by that positivity amongst us. And guess what? If we are there having a good time, being positive, laughing, enjoying the time and moment we're in, guess what other people want? The same as what we've got. And sometimes you have to make that positive vibe. Sometimes you have to give yourself a bit of a slap and a dust down and say, come on, let's stay positive about that, because it makes you want to be more positive about whatever it is. You can always find a positive solution, a positive outcome, or something positive about every single scenario. Okay, there is always a positive to be taken from so many things that we sometimes don't even want to look for it, because we're just grumpy old men. People actually enjoy being negative. Some people enjoy being down. Some people enjoy complaining, enjoy that negativity around them. Not for me. I would much rather be on the positive side of things rather than the negative side of things. Negativity for me doesn't make me feel good at all. And especially the older you get, the more you want to be in a positive mindset, in a positive vibe about everything to do with your life. You know, when you're younger, things are a little bit different maybe, but certainly when I'm getting older, I want to have that positivity around me. This comes from you. It comes from who you hang with. It comes from all sorts of things. You know, do things that make you happy. And it doesn't have to be a monetary thing. You know, at the moment, as you well know, I'm a chef, and I have been for 40, 50 years now, since, in fact, 1980. So however long that is, 54, 55 years or so. There you go. I cook at home for Jane, and I still enjoy cooking, and I do that on a daily basis. Guess what I'm doing at the moment? I'm really experimenting again with new dishes and doing new stuff. Why? Because I enjoy it. It makes me feel good. It gives me positivity. Also, it gives me new things to eat that I've probably not gone down that route before. All these sort of things doesn't cost a lot of money, but it really does help me be positive within myself. Little things like this, walking outside. I've said this so many times, being in the fresh air, listening to nature. All of these give you a positive charge and will help you lift yourself a lot more in your daily grind. Remember, I talked about the daily grind. It happens to all of us, but it's how you approach it that makes a huge amount of difference. Many of you go to work for companies, for businesses. You know, you have to travel in the car. You then have you have to get up first, don't you? You have to sort yourself out. You get in the car, you go to work, you do your job. Life is so much better that if all of those steps and those stages that you have to go through on your daily grind to earn money are a lot more enjoyable if you have that positive vibe about you. If you're in the car, stick some good music on rather than listening to depressing news all the time. Hey, don't get me wrong, we like to know what the news is, but there comes a point where you need to take self-control of your positive vibe. You know, use these times to help your positive charge within you. Walk through the door at work in a positive manner, and you will find that your day will be a lot nicer rather than having to go there with a sour face or an unhappy face. Hey, again, don't get me wrong, we have good and bad times and people are allowed to be down. But the more you can focus on that positive vibe on a daily basis, the better off you will feel, the more energy you will have. People will want to hang with you because of that positivity and aura that you give off, rather than the other way round. If you go to work and you might go for drinks afterwards, who do you want to go with? Do you want to go with the complaining guy who's no fun, who's got nothing nice to say? Or do you want to go with the person who you know is positive, is good fun, gives off that positive charge on a daily basis? I know which one I prefer to be with, and that's what I try and focus on a daily basis. And I hope you guys will do the same. It helps us all the way through. There's no point in looking at negativity when there is always something positive to look forward to. Our OnPassive journey hasn't been easy for an awful lot of us. It's been long, it's been arduous, it's been up and it's been down, but there's always been positive that we can take from this journey. We all have our story to tell when we get going again. We'll all be able to look back at this period of time and actually give ourselves the biggest pat on our backs to say, yes, we stuck with this. Yes, we got through it. Yes, we are here. Yes, I made the right decision. All these are positives, right? Rather than looking at the negative side of every scenario, switch it, guys. Switch it to something that you can take a positive from.